Mark. You know, we had plenty of warning, but this is absolutely unbearable. A lot of folks saying, including myself, we've never seen anything quite like this. Extremely intense winds, driving snow, ice pellets coming off the lakes, and the real story, the one you were talking about behind me along Lakeshore Drive. These folks stuck in traffic, the northbound lane absolutely at a standstill. It's moved 20 feet in the last hour because of the number 146 bus stalled just south of the Belmont exit, stopping traffic here. Well, to use the expression, cold. Some of these people trapped in traffic going on 4 hours. On the outer drive tonight, whiteout conditions. This video shot just minutes before police started trying to shut it down.
Very, very windy. Very, very. I can't hardly stand up.
Downtown Chicago like a frozen ghost town. Motorists spinning out, emergency crews struggling just to get around.
It's real terrible, man. Real cold. The wind is picking up.
On the north side, the wind strong enough to tear big chunks off the roof of Wrigley Field.
Well, that's pretty intense. I'm afraid of my roof now.
Businesses like this Roscoe Village barber shop standing empty.
Normally I get a few stragglers coming in after work.
At least the kids have been having a good time, especially the ones who stepped off their school bus to learn they won't have to go back tomorrow.
I think it's kind of beautiful in a way, as long as I'm not walking in it.
Grown up here, so I love the winter, you know. Look forward to it. Every time it snows, it's like a fresh start in the city, you know.
Well, we're certainly getting a fresh start tonight. The folks out here on Lakeshore Drive wishing they could get a fresh start on their evening commute, which is still going on. We're seeing people now getting out of their cars because they have to clear the windshield wipers, to clear the windows of ice and snow. They've been sitting in it for the past 3.5, 4 hours now. CDOT, police, and Chicago Fire, including transit officials, actually all involved in trying to get these cars shuttled off, these drivers home. Going to be a long night doing that. The goal to close the drive both ways and get it cleared will take hours more. The only folks not having trouble on our roadways tonight, the ones who stayed home.
Tom Negovit on Lakeshore Drive. Get safety. We're joined on the phone by a driver named Lauren who's been stuck on Lakeshore Drive for more than 5 hours. Lauren, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, tell me where you're at and what's happening.
I'm at 2800 North Lakeshore Drive between Fullerton and Belmont, I think, even though we can't see anything.
How long have you been at that point, Lauren?
Parking lot. What?
How long have you been at that particular point?
I've been here for 2 hours. We haven't moved for the last 2 hours.
Okay, now is anybody, I mean, I hope nobody is getting out of cars, but any official come by and say, you know, why they're stopping you where you're at? Is it the drifts in certain spots?
We've seen absolutely no one from the city. I've seen no officials of any kind. It's pretty much everyone for themselves out here. There are some good Samaritans helping out, cleaning off people's windows, but as far as official news, all I have is my phone trying to get in contact with people.
Lauren, do you have enough gas?
That'll be my question.
Luckily, I do have a full tank of gas. I've seen a lot of cars that have been abandoned because they haven't.
Okay, Lauren, you should also, at some point, get out of your car and check and make sure your tailpipe is clear so you don't have exhaust backing up. You take care. Good luck to you. We're going to go to Roger now from WGN Radio, who's also stuck on Lakeshore Drive.
Roger, hi. How long have you been there?
Well, we've been stuck in this spot for about 2 hours now, a little over 2 hours. It's been since 3 o'clock that I actually left work on 87th and Jeffrey.
Oh, my goodness. So you've been kind of from... Did you take Stony Island, or how'd you get to that point?
We took Jeffrey to Lakeshore Drive,
Gotcha.
And we were doing okay until we got down to Buckingham Fountain. It slowed up there, and then it's just been miserable ever since. The north of Buckingham Fountain, there have been stalls. There was one articulated bus that was jackknifed where there are still a lot of people on, even though we saw about a dozen of those passengers actually walk past us trying to get to Belmont. Through this really horrible blizzard. We are right on the curve at Belmont, so the wind's not only whipping from the north but also from the east at this section. And I've been out several times to clear off the windshield wipers of the ice that's forming on them, and my coat is just coated in ice when I've gotten back in. We are now looking at some flashing lights. There have been a couple of stalled cars in front over by the Belmont exit ramp, the northbound side of the drive. They are trying to move those out, and we do see some bright lights of at least one plow, even though we've seen an army of plows going southbound. Southbound's fine at this spot, but it's the northbound where they are trying to clear those stalled cars out of the way, then plow us out, and then get us off at Belmont.
So, Roger, let me get this straight. Southbound's clear, northbound is the one that's all stuck and messed up.
Exactly. Southbound, we have seen numerous cars, tow trucks, even though they've got it shut off supposedly. The city supposedly closed it down. We have seen some cars go by on southbound. We saw that phalanx of city plows go southbound. We've seen police cars go southbound, but there's nothing happening northbound.
Goodness. Well, we wish you luck, Roger. I hope you don't lose your battery on your phone. You got plenty of gas there.
We're doing okay so far.
All
Thanks.
Right. Thank you very much.
Roger from WGN Radio, thank you. Lakeshore Drive isn't the only trouble tonight. We're hearing about problems all over.